Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. As the title suggests, today's material will be a bit humorous, or should I say, embarrassing. So here's the question. Do cats get embarrassed? Do cats get embarrassed when you laugh at them? Not so sure about that one. On a personal note, just right quick, I'd like to think that my cats secretly enjoy laughing at me and are constantly embarrassed for me, embarrassed on my behalf. Rather than them just getting embarrassed over something that they've done. Anywho, as always, before we get started, let's take a look at this important topic overview. Feeling embarrassed is a complex emotion that requires a sense of self that cats lack, but a cat's behavior can suggest that it does feel shame. Cats also have the part of the brain that humans have that processes embarrassment, but it's much smaller. Unfortunately, there is no clear cut answer. So, as you can tell, it's rather hard to tell. In truth, there are probably a lot of factors at work here. Let's be honest. We place our own feelings and personality onto our cats. Do you have voices for your cats? Do you like to pretend they're talking? Heck, do you like to make fun of your friends just to make them laugh by telling them something that your cat has said? Maybe something your cat has said about them? There's a good chance you do. In fact, I know for a fact that it's true, at least to some degree. Just get on Twitter. Look no further than Twitter. There's plenty of accounts operated by cats. Yeah, well, and the tweets are more or less how any given owner would assume their cat would speak, or in this case, how their cat would type. You get my point. We assign things to cats all the time that is simply not theirs. It's for our own entertainment, I suppose. At any rate, many owners honestly believe that cats do get embarrassed, and they base it on behaviors that a cat displays after something has happened, something that people would generally find to be embarrassing. Cat slides off a table, then looks around. Well, isn't that like a person falling down in public and then looking around to see if anyone saw what happened? Yeah, I get it. Well, let's see what it's all about. Let's explore it today in this video. Felines absolutely have emotions. We all know that all too well. Cats can be angry, happy, afraid, even jealous. You can read it on a cat's face. The face alone can give away several emotions. We can take away certain emotion from a cat just based on what we see. However, embarrassment, unlike anger, for example, is a very, very complex emotion. It's not something that truly has a visual representation. It's all about interpretation. And that's where the water, unfortunately, does get a bit muddy. It's all about the body language. At least that's where it begins in respect to people that somewhat assign embarrassment to felines. Not to reiterate, but take the looking around after falling example that we gave in our introduction. Humans often assign embarrassment to a cat based on what the cat did after an event in question. Strange looking around after the fact, say quick grooming, sort of a way to play it off, like how everything's cool, just like a person maybe fixing their pants after falling, an action that will quickly change the narrative in a great big hurry. How about this one? Hiding away is another tactic. If cats do something that a human would find embarrassing, the fact that the feline darted off could be our way of assuming that the cat does feel embarrassed. Again, it all comes down to actions. What actions do people engage in when they're clearly embarrassed? When people see this played out in cats, they naturally assume that the feline feels that white hot light of folks just looking at them during a rather uncomfortable moment. While felines do feel similar emotions compared to that of humans, this we know, as we've already noted, embarrassment is complex. There are a few things that have to be in play before something, animal or human, can even be able to feel embarrassment, to even know what it is to be embarrassed. In order to be embarrassed and to feel that emotion, one must first have a sense of self. Why do folks get embarrassed? Simply put, they've just done something that looks silly to others. The redness in the face, the oh man, yeah, that was bad, oh goodness. All of the awkwardness that comes with embarrassment stems from a sense of self. Without it, there would be nothing to be embarrassed about. Secondly, embarrassment due to a sense of self often takes place because you care about what others think of you. So, not only do you have, you've done something crazy, you've done something silly, You also have to care about what other people think, and they would find what you've done to be silly. If you fall in the middle of a department store in front of, say, 30 strangers, you've A, done something silly, and B, you are instantly concerned about what these random folks think of you and what you've just done. That's the foundation for human embarrassment, as we know it, more or less. With that stated, do cats have a true sense of self? And do they really understand and care about what people think of them? It's hard to know. It's just not clear if cats are able to have these type of complex thoughts and general feelings of awareness. If you're a cat owner, there's probably not a day or a week that goes by where the owner or you don't find something that your cat has done to be embarrassing, at least on their behalf. However, how you view the situation and feel about it, and how your cat views and feels about it, are likely very, very different. So, does laughter actually signal something in cats? Does it trigger something? Can your laughter, followed by what we would view as an embarrassing moment, cause them to act a certain way? Well, perhaps. One could say that laughter during an embarrassing moment is the confirmation of judgment. We know this to be true as humans, but does the laugh provoke a cat to act a certain way? There's no proof of it, and likely no way to confirm it. Here again, no one is sure if felines have a true sense of self, or if they truly really give a rip about what the rest of the world thinks of them. As for laughter, let's be honest. When you boil it all down, laughter is what? It's just a sound. I mean, it's not like you can tell your cat a joke and then your pet starts slapping its paw on the table because it's funny, right? I mean, laughter is just a noise. If you laughed near a cat for too long, there's likely a better chance of the cat slapping you or hissing at you or just walking away than actually understanding what you're doing. I guess that could be your cat's way of making you feel embarrassed. While all of this is fun to think about, it's mainly just for our pleasure and entertainment. There is no true answer as to whether cats can get embarrassed, and that's just fine. Here again, so much of the human relationship with cats is all about placing our own feelings onto our own cats through our humor. We all likely subconsciously embrace our cat's personality and then we expound on it. This is what it really means when your cat, say, slips and falls on the kitchen floor and you laugh and the cat hangs its head. The cat is embarrassed. Well, not really, of course, but it really doesn't matter. It's for our pleasure and our commitment and contentment, more or less, our commitment to contentment. If the cat feels embarrassed and we think that it does, makes us feel good. It's a humorous moment, a good, cute, and loving moment. Think of it this way. I guess this is the best way to sum it all up. Are cat memes on the internet, are cat memes for cats, or are they for us? Well, there you go. There's your answer. Something tells me that embarrassment works the very same way. It's all for our laughs and our entertainment. And for this, we should be grateful. For cats, they're an extension of us in many ways. Besides, there is no time for embarrassment. When you've got good food and someone to pet you, just ask any cat, and they'll tell you the truth. And on that note, that will conclude things for the video portion of this material. However, if you'd like to know even more about this interesting topic, we invite you to head on over to SeniorCatWellness.com at the conclusion of this video. There you will find a full-length and highly detailed article dedicated to all of this feline embarrassment. Are you currently watching us off-site? If so, please click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to all of this valuable information. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.